Gareth here, and today I want to have a quick chat to you about the 90-90 position and why it's fantastic. So the 90-90 position is pretty simple in that one of your hips is in internal rotation and one of the hips is in external rotation. And it's just a nice way to work both types of rotation at the same time, okay? It's also a comfortable sitting position once you get used to it. Now, there's lots of things that we can do in this position, and initially what we would do is start with simple rotational circles. So we would be here, we would be facing this way, and the idea is you want the leg to be in the middle of your body, and we would just, with a flat back, move a little bit. And all this is doing, this circle is getting the hip joint to move in a circle, okay? It helps improve the proprioceptive map in the brain of what's going on, where the limits are, and all of that kind of thing. You can actually increase it into figure of eights as well, because that's a slightly more complex movement and it needs a little bit more coordination. Then you can start to experiment by doing full forward bends. You can start lifting legs, all of that kind of thing, and doing switches. So you can switch from side to side. You can switch from side to side into a thing called the tailor's pose. You know, there's lots of fun to be had, so to speak. What we can do as well though is we can regress it, because you'll see everybody sitting up nice and tall doing all their 90-90s for Instagram and stuff, but if you need to, you can actually sit back a little bit and still do everything. All we're doing is using this hand as a nice support hand, okay? Still do everything else. And also you can go that little bit further if you need to, and you can still do stuff. It will still get an effect, but it will just give you a starting point to keep going up and up until you're there. So this is great if you're planning to do any kind of squatting or deadlifting or really any kind of lower body work for that day. It's also quite good if you have super tight hips and if you have a little bit of lower back pain or anything like that, sciatica. It's just good to start building the strength in the hips by moving them the way they're supposed to be moved. And you want to get comfortable being both in external rotation and internal rotation. So give them a go at home. Just spend a minute or two on each side, just playing about. Have a bit of a wiggle.